Hey, Oscar fans! Kevin McCarthy coming to you with an Oscar preview. Oscar on Sunday, March 10th. I always watch the Oscars. I love the Oscars ever since I was a little kid. I've never missed an Oscar, and it means a lot to me. I get up every morning on Oscar nomination at 6:30 and I watch it. It's a little easier because they put it on. It's on YouTube now. I remember as a kid, I used to get up with my dad at 5:30, and if you didn't get up at 5:30 in the morning to watch it on like ABC, NBC, CBS, KTLA, you missed it. They give it, and you wait at 9 o'clock for the news and stuff like that. On the morning news, they give you snippets here and there. And I'm like, I just want to see the whole thing. My dad and I used to get up at 5:30 and watch the nominations. Okay, let's get this going. These are my picks for the 2023 Oscars in 2024. That always confuses me. But let's get this started, okay? Let's begin with Best Animated Feature, okay? The nominees are Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, The Boy and the Heron, Robot Dreams, Nimona, and Elemental. And I think it's going to be Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is going to win because that won PGA, the Producers Guild Awards. But I'm really hoping Mizuraki, who did Princess Mononoke and My Neighbor Totoro, wins for The Boy and the Heron. So good. Okay, now on to Best Live Action Short. The nominees is Wes Anderson's The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar, Red, White, and Blue, Night of Fortune, Invincible, and The After. And I think the Oscar goes to The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. Let's do what? Best Documentary Short. The nominees are Island in Between, The Barber of Little Walk, the ABC's of Book Banning, which is on Paramount Plus, The Last Repair Shop, which is on Disney Plus, Nanu and Waipo is going to win Best Documentary Short. Nanu and Waipo. Best Animated Short. Okay, I saw all 5 of these in theaters. War is Over, inspired by the music of John Lennon. Letter to a Peg, 95 Senses, Pachyderm, and Our Uniform. So I'm rooting for 95 Senses. The Tim Blake Nelson, Napoleon Dynamite director. But I think War is Over might overtake it. But I'm not surprised if Letter to a Pig wins. So Best Documentary Feature. 20 Days of Maripu, Four Daughters, Internal Memory, Bob Wine's The People President, To Kill a Tiger. I think it's going to be 20 Days of Maripu. It's going to win. Okay, let's do Best International Film. The nominees are The Zone of Interest, Perfect Days, Society of the Snow, The Teacher's Lounge, and Lo Capitano. Society of the Snow. It's on Netflix, produced by Netflix. And then you have Wim Wenders' Perfect Days. I like Perfect Days a lot. I love that movie. And Society of Snow is really well done. But the Zone of Interest is very powerful. But I think that's going to win Best International Feature because it's also nominated for Best Picture. So it's going to win. Zone of Interest is Best Visual Effects. The nominees are Godzilla -1, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, The Creator, Guardians of the Galaxy, Napoleon. Best Visual Effects, Godzilla -1. Let's do Best Sound. The nominees are Oppenheimer, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, The Creator, Maestro, The Zone of Interest. Clearly, Oppenheimer's winning Best Sound. I mean, Best Song. Okay, so you have the nominees for Best Song: Barbie, What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish and Phineas. Barbie, I'm Just Ken by Mark Rolston and Wyatt. They both previously won for A Star Is Born Shallow with Lady Gaga. Clearly, I mean, it's going to be one of the Barbie ones. And it probably the Billie Eilish over the I'm Just Ken. That's a fun song. Now, you had Am I a Man or a Muppet for the Muppet movie, and that won a few years back. So you can have joke ones win. But I feel like Billie Eilish, she wins a lot of Grammys, and now she'll be the youngest back-to-back Oscar winner for Best Song. So she won last year for the James Bond movie, No Time to Die. So yeah, I think Billie Eilish is going to win that with her brother Phineas. So Best Song, Barbie, What Was I Made For? Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, Best Score. This is another easy one. The nominees are for Best Score: Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, American Fiction, Indiana Jones, and The Dial of Destiny, Poor Things. And easily, the best score is Oppenheimer. Again, that's the score itself was a character in the movie. Best production design. The nominees are Poor Things, Oppenheimer, Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, Napoleon. Hands down, it's going to be Poor Things, best production design. So, best makeup and hairstyle. Nominees are Poor Things, Maestro, Golda, Society of the Snow, Oppenheimer. And best makeup and hair, I got Poor Things winning. Although it could be Maestro. Best film editing. The nominees are Oppenheimer, Anatomy of a Fall, Killers of the Flower Moon, Poor Things, The Holdovers. And I have Oppenheimer winning best film editing. Costume design. Okay, the nominees are Poor Things, Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, Napoleon, Barbie. And I have Poor Things winning best costume design. Okay, best cinematography. The nominees are Oppenheimer, Maestro, Killers of the Flower Moon, Poor Things, and now Kondo. I have Oppenheimer winning best cinematography. I mean, it's moving right along. Best original screenplay. We have Anatomy of a Fall, The Holdovers, Past Lives, Maestro, May December. It's going to be Anatomy of a Fall. It's nominated for Best Picture, Best Director. It's really good. You should see it if you have any. Let's see. Best Adapted Screenplay. The nominees are American Fiction, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, Barbie, and The Zone of Interest. Hands down, it's going to be Corey Jefferson for his adapting American Fiction. And now we're on to the final 6 awards. Best Supporting Actor. Robert Downey Jr., Sterling K. Brown, Robert De Niro, Ryan Gosling, Mark Ruffalo. Best Supporting Actor winners will be Robert Downey Jr. Okay, the nominees for Best Supporting Actress are Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers, American Ferrera for Barbie, Jodie Foster for Nyland, Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple, and Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer. Divine Joy Randolph is running away with it for The Holdovers. She's won Independent Spirit Awards. She's won SAG. She's won Critics and Golden Globes and BAFTA. She's virtually a lock like Robert Downey Jr. But there is, because in all those categories, she's never been up against American Ferrera. American Ferrera got an Oscar nomination for Barbie, but she didn't get SAG. She didn't get a BAFTA. So that's a shot where I feel like if there are people who are upset that Margot Robbie didn't get a Best Actress nomination, or Greta Gerwig did not get a Best Director nomination, because it looks like Barbie's probably just going to win one Oscar the whole night for Best Song. If there are Barbie fans, I could see American Ferrera pulling an upset. So I'm going to say Divine Joy Randolph wins it. The lock is Divine Joy Randolph, but if there's an upset, it's going to be American Ferrera for Barbie. All right, so moving on to the final 4. Let's do Best Actor. The nominees are Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer, Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers, Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction, Coleman Domingo for Rustin, Bradley Cooper for Maestro. Yeah, I'm always rooting for Jeffrey Wright, but I think clearly it's going to be Cillian Murphy. It's going to win Best Actor. He won SAG, he won BAFTA, and he's in Oppenheimer. He's playing Oppenheimer, and he's in it virtually the entire 3 hours in the movie, he's in it almost every second. Yeah, so I'm going to say Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer. Best actor. All right, now best actress. Okay, this is... So the nominees for best actress are Emma Stone, Poor Things, Lily Gladstone, Killers of a Flower Moon, Annette Bening for Nylad, Sandra Hüllers, Anatomy of a Fall, Carey Mulligan, Maestro. Emma Stone was like the favorite for most people, and I was like, no, Lily Gladstone. And now Lily Gladstone is like, maybe she could win. And I'm like, no, but Emma Stone, she's so good. You know, listen, if it's Emma Stone, Lily Gladstone, I'm going to be happy. But yeah, I'm going to say Emma Stone, best actress. But again, I'm not surprised if Lily Gladstone. The final two, best director. The nominees are Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer, Justine Triet's for Anatomy of a Fall, Martin Scorsese, Killers of a Flower Moon, Yorgos Lanthimos for Poor Things, Jonathan Glazer for The Zone of Interest. I mean, all five of these people did a great job, but it's Christopher Nolan directing Oppenheimer, best director. He's never won an Oscar, and he made a hell of a great movie. That if somebody said, "Oh, Oppenheimer's going to win almost $1 billion at the box office," I don't know if I would have bet money on that. You know, I was like, maybe $40-50 million, right? Maybe $100 million if he's lucky. But to have the highest grossing Christopher Nolan movie, and then Best Picture, the nominees are Oppenheimer, Anatomy of a Fall, American Fiction, The Holdovers, Poor Things, Killers of the Flower Moon, Barbie, The Zone of Interest, Maestro, and Past Lives. And yeah, Oppenheimer, Best Picture. I mean, I can make a case for all of them. Okay, guys, so thanks for watching. Oppenheimer, I think it's going to win 8 Oscars. Poor Things, we got 4. Barbie 1, maybe 1 more. The Holdovers 1. Godzilla minus 1. So, yeah. Let's watch the Oscars, see if I'm right, see if I'm wrong. Please comment if I'm a total idiot. Or say, hey, I love your content. I want to see more. Or it's too long. Shorter, Kevin. Or not long enough. Alright, see you guys later. Bye-bye. Love you guys. Alright, this is hard.